Yeah.
Stay with us for a
And
moment.
if all else fails, PowerPoint.
Yeah. but, you know, but
Sorry, you fucked up, kid.
This is how much you owe me now.
And look, I put in the chat GPT and there's a graph.
At 10% interest, you owe me.
the blue is what you owe me. The yellow is what you owe me in yellow.
You're in yellow.
Tough love. All right, here we go. Kill, marry, fuck. Candace Owens, Miriam Defensor Santiago, Heart Evangelista. Gentlemen,
Oh my god.
Rafi, go.
Fuck. Kill Mary
Rock,
fuck.
bro.
Go
Okay.
first.
Ayaw kasing kill eh.
You don't have to explain. It's the game. Kill, marry, fuck.
Yeah.
It's a warm up. We don't have to make this air. You know.
No. Yeah. I'd probably kill Heart.
Okay.
I'd probably kill Heart.
Okay. And you'd fuck
And
Candace.
I'd fuck Candace.
And you'd fuck Candace. Excellent. Give you some time off. Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
I also
Take all the
would
time you need.
kill, marry, fuck. Definitely fuck Candace Owens. Marry. Heart Evangelista. And no. Marry Miriam Defensor Santiago.
So we have the
I
same
just looked
answer.
at it and the same answer.
So
Same
we
answer.
have the same answer.
We have the same answers. Okay. All right.
It's just so I just find the word so harsh, kill, especially in
yes.
this climate. But it's a metaphor, right? They're
Yeah.
opposite. Total metaphor.
We're not-
Like
Miriam's
shoot it down.
dead.
No. I mean, God bless her.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So
It's how you feel about them.
Yeah.
I kind of want to marry Candace because I like her.
I get
Yeah,
that.
I really
totally
like
get
her.
that.
Get that.
I totally get that.
I get that.
Yeah, she's so brilliant in her thinking. I find her also very attractive.
Yep.
Then the Bang. Okay, man, why do you do this, Roby?
This is the one that's gonna get clipped. By
Yeah.
the way.
Okay, maybe the same as yours, Miriam to marry. I just can't say the word to her. No. I feel bad for her. I mean, I got nothing against her, but
No, absolutely. Hey, absolutely. You're playing this game with an absolute. All right. Next topic. Joe Rogan,
yeah,
Patrick
marry,
Bet David,
marry,
Conan O'Brien.
marry. No.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh wow. Shit.
That's tough. You read well. I guess
know.
that's the point. Is
That's the point.
Yeah.
I'd marry Joe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'd marry
sure.
Joe.
Sure.
Kill Pat, and I'd fuck
Conan O'Brien.
Conan.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conan, because Conan looks like a good time. Like, you know, like,
Redheads.
That's
redheads.
that's gonna get clipped. No, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No, but
Conan
I got you.
meets the barbarian.
You two would make phenomenal babies, by the way. Redheaded, bearded. They look like leprechauns, actually.
To be sure.
I'm a Zamora. All right. Honestly, again, back to back. Yes. Marry Joe Rogan, kill PBD, and have phenomenal sex with Conan O'Brien. Redheads, baby.
Redheads.
Yeah.
I also think PBD's got a great, like he's as sensible as Rogan.
Yeah.
But probably more fatherly and responsible, and so I would probably
Way
marry-
more conservative.
Yeah,
Way
so
more.
I would think he's more the marrying type for me.
Yeah.
Who would I bang between Joe Rogan and Conan? Why? How did we get here? I
We
think
need
maybe
ratings.
Conan to bang because he's weaker.
Yeah.
he won't fight back.
You can't kill Joe.
You can't kill Joe.
Good
Yeah.
luck killing Joe.
No, don't
then-
make you tap out.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Good luck killing Joe. But
Good luck
Yeah.
killing Joe.
So I actually asked ChatGPT to make us 3 questions based on our personalities that it knows of us in Legendaddy. And this is, would you mind me reading? what I
Yes,
came up with?
let's go.
So I asked about kill, marry, fuck ChatGPT, and what would you come up with? And it gave a lot actually.
All right.
Here's one that they said. This is the Just for Laughs edition. Kill, marry, fuck. Beer belly, dad bod, or balding. I'm all three, so I don't know how to fucking pick which one to pick. But
All right.
What was the first one? There's balding and dad
beer
bod.
belly,
Yeah.
dad bod, balding. Kill, marry, fuck.
I'd marry the dad bod.
You'd marry the dad bod, okay, go, and then you have beer belly and balding.
I'd
Kill and fuck.
kill the. I'd kill the balding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fuck that beer belly.
I mean, it's a badge of honor.
But what's the difference between a dad bod and a beer belly?
Yun nga eh. Because somehow I think I can out exercise or out diet a beer belly.
Right.
I need to.
Yeah.
I know
Same.
I'm not proof of this now. But
I am dad
I'm just
bod
saying that I
material right
could if I would. If I you can't out exercise a bad hairline. I've tried. I've tried.
Yeah.
You know, I'm holding on for dear life. Each strand is like, you know.
We need a seatbelt. Yeah, I hear you. But we have seen, and the Philippines is so funny for having this type of body type, but they look slim, shoulders and
skinny
chest and all
fat.
that. Skinny fat, but then when the Tito stands up, it's just a massive beer belly, like
Yeah.
they're 8 months pregnant. Like, where did that come from? Everything else looks healthy and fine on you, but it's just the sign of pure
Flip
gluttony.
arms,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
or sometimes it's like svelte even.
Absolutely, yeah.
He stands up, it's like bang.
Yeah.
Like, wow,
And when you look at him from the back, you're like, okay.
Oh no,
It turns around.
Yes, there you
Total eclipse.
of the heart.
Yun. So we're notorious for having that type of body type.
Yeah.
Noise.
Yeah.
Noise.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah.
But
those-
also,
those
but the Europeans too. I mean, mostly Westerners. Like I've noticed a lot in Australia have that same phenomenon because of the beer drinking there. Legendary.
Oh yeah.
So from here up, fine.
Hostess.
Yep.
From the back, fine.
Yeah.
That's basketball that they've got.
Yeah.
But that's actually called ascites. It's from alcohol. It's a water retention thing. Google it. Just Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not healthy.
Yeah,
I would-
It's a very unhealthy thing
I
because
bet.
it's a buildup of fluids and gets trapped and eventually
It's just
can lead to-
inflammation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And just bad for your knees.
Yeah.
Straight
Bad
up
for
as
your
well.
everything.
Bad for your everything. Yeah.
Bad for your everything.
So thanks guys for playing. I hope we're warmed up with a couple.
We're
rounds
warmed
there,
up.
and now I know who you want to fuck.
Oh, what? Jardine's always got the.
Let's go,
I know.
Jordan.
He's always got the.
Oh no.
Fight one toddler with dad's strength or 10 dads with toddler strength
Would you fight one?
Fight a toddler with dad strength?
or 10 dads with toddler strength.
The fuck is that question?
It's like
Yeah, it
the-
doesn't-
Why would I fight a toddler?
Yeah.
Right, and I don't need dad's strength for a toddler. I just need my own strength.
Exactly. I just
I don't
Maybe it's
understand.
100 gorillas with
one man, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 100 men versus one gorilla.
yes, with okay, yeah.
Who would win that though? Okay, let's settle it now.
The gorilla.
100% the gorilla.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
just don't think that anyone could get that one kill shot in that they think they could. So even if they were all on top of it, it would just like peel off like
Yes.
garrapata.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Snap you like
And
a
then,
twig.
you know, the thing is, you wouldn't have to kill all 100, right?
Yeah.
You kill 10. Those 90 are running for the hills. They're like, once they see their
questioning their life choices.
Yeah.
Yes.
How'd I get here?
Yes.
Why
Yes.
is this gorilla after me?
All right. If we're all warmed up, I guess the hot topic right now is we're getting sued. When I say we, because we're a
getting-
family, right?
Yeah,
PGMN is a family.
Yes.
And CJ's getting sued.
Wow. What's the
Can you say your
context?
Got sued.
Okay.
Can you say you're surprised though?
What's the surprise?
that CJ is getting sued.
I'm surprised it took this long. Actually, that's,
Yeah.
that's what I'm surprised.
You, yeah.
Yeah, but we're
Congressman Marvin Aurelio, right?
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
the
is. Or
context of it. I'm not
former
familiar.
Congressman. I don't know. I'm just getting it from behind the camera. I'm
Right, right.
holding up boards and stuff, saying here's a. So we just found out about this right about 5 minutes before we went on,
Right.
and got recorded. That PGMN. Specifically, CJ Hero has gotten sued by
Right.
former Congressman Marvin Aurelio for cyber libel. Okay, cyber.
The Jane Does and John
The Jane
Does.
Doe. So it's a family. So it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's his right for one. I mean,
100%.
100% his right to do so. 100% the court's decision to make.
Right.
So, I mean, if you ask me, I just think that well, without knowing all the facts, I mean, I know what CJ said,
Right.
but I also know CJ's very, very prepared.
Yeah.
And I also know that before they went through this, they went through a battery of lawyers, and they basically run everything through.
Legal, yeah.
Everything was run through legal because precisely this was not just one irresponsible vlogger going out and trying to get some clicks and shares.
Yes.
Right.
She understood the assignment. She knew the risks.
She did the research.
She did the
Yes,
research.
that's what's most important.
And she said she has the receipts. So
Right.
There you go.
I think that so long as she gets a fair trial, I think PGMN will come out so much stronger.
Right.
For this, that's all that I pray for is that she gets a fair trial. That's
Yeah.
all. That's it. I think she can. This thing will stand on its own because I think right now we're at this cusp of this free speech thing has hit an all-time high. I think
Fever pitch.
Yes.
now, and I find it terribly hypocritical because the party that was censoring everybody is now demanding free speech.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to make this a left-right thing because the right now are kind of doing the same thing.
Right.
Let's bring up specifically Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep.
Because that's hot, right? What do you guys think of Jimmy Kimmel?
We talked about this on
Maybe the thread, WhatsApp thread, yeah.
the WhatsApp thread, right? And I brought that up. I was like, I'm not a fan
Yeah.
of anybody getting canceled for their opinions.
Yeah.
And then one of our friends, Jimmy Thomas, brought up this great point about, and you seconded it.
Yes, I did.
Right? Where it's, yes, like it's correct. You should never get canceled for your opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think it is the first. It's a business.
Yep.
Right. So is it CBS?
Disney,
Disney,
ABC,
so
I think
let's say
ABC.
So,
Yeah.
So
Which one's Disney?
ABC is a business.
Yes, correct.
Right. If you say something that was factually like incorrect, so it's misinformation. I don't like those terms.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like those terms. So he tried to pin it like he tried to frame it a different way. It was completely wrong. So it's now in the interest of ABC to like, wait, we'll put you on leave because you are alienating more than half the country with your rhetoric, and it's not even funny. You're supposed to be a comedian, like, and it's not funny what you're trying to do, and it's wrong, and it's so I get that, and I'm like, and so I'm trying to wrestle with both. So I see your point, and I see yours, and I think in the end you're right, where the market really will dictate whether you because if you're peddling misinformation or peddling wrong, then I think you had it coming.
Okay.
I think you had it coming.
All right.
And I say this with all due respect because I think I don't watch Kimmel. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I don't think he should lose a job.
We love the Man Show, though.
I love the Man Show
that's
because that's when he was still
yes,
free.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That was his first foray into that.
All right. I very good points. Respect your points. Personally, I think where Jimmy crossed the line is. Let me start by saying I also agree with free speech should be absolute.
Absolute.
Right? So it's when it's free speech only for the people you like, that's not free speech, right? That's just ridiculous. So it's absolute, even including the people that you disagree with. But more importantly, I think what we fail to understand is you are allowed to be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. That we tend to have zero tolerance. If you're wrong, that's you can be wrong. It's still free speech.
Yeah.
What I disagree with, and I'm not sure if this is what happened, but just in case this happened, I disagree with, let's say, the FCC coming in and saying something.
Right.
The FCC is like the KBP, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but we do have a KBP here.
Right.
So they also will put us off the air. I'm talking commercial airwaves.
Sure.
Not this. They don't control this, but they control radio.
Correct.
And every time I would say a swear word or something, we would get a call. The station would get a call because they have monitors, right? This is back in the 90s when they cared, right?
Sure.
But it's still the policy. So my point is, if FCC does it, that's wrong because then that's government making that decision. Overreach. Allow him to be wrong. Let the free market decide. That's what I think happened here. I think the free market decided. I think what happened was he said something so offensive to one half of the population, And as you said, it turned out to be wrong in the fact that he was saying MAGA did it to MAGA.
Yeah.
And now it's clearly coming out. This guy was not MAGA. His father is MAGA. His family's MAGA. He's clearly not MAGA.
Right.
And when that came out, it's like, Jimmy, you're peddling propaganda now.
Yeah.
So it's the free market reacting to something,
Right.
and that is allowed. And Disney letting him go is also allowed.
Correct.
It's because if it hurts our bottom line, we got to protect our bottom line, our shareholders, etc.
Yep.
You cost us an audience.
Yeah.
That's all you're here for is an audience.
Right.
We made that decision. That's fair game.
Yeah.
That's not freedom of speech
Correct.
impacted. That is a business decision. Just like if you said something stupid and it costs you in your job, you could lose your job.
Sure.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
So freedom of speech, to be cliche, is not freedom of consequence. We all know that.
gonna say that, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I think we just have to we really have to have this conversation again, because I think we've hit this point where it's so distorted that people are screaming that Jimmy shouldn't lose his job, but these are the same people that think Charlie should have lost his life, right? So
Same people who, by the way, cheered when Twitter took
Trump down.
Trump down.
So what I'm saying is, if you feel that right now that Jimmy Kimmel shouldn't lose his job, I can agree, but it's not for you to say so if you agreed with Trump losing Twitter.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, you cannot have a double standard.
Yeah.
That's all. So free speech works both ways.
Yeah.
So I can admire that. It's hard for somebody to sort of agree with Jimmy there in the terms of like, he's also a comedian, but he has agreed to a certain set of broadcast rules by the FCC.
Right.
There is a mandate for them to, it's clear, they have to push forward this, I don't know exactly how they word it, but for the greater good of America. It's maybe not exactly, but that's the spirit of the mandate.
Correct.
So that didn't happen. Now, Jimmy can say, well, that's not right. Well, you signed the contract, and that's what they said in the beginning. They never sprung that on you.
Right.
So that's my line. I don't want it to come from the government. I don't think, but this also happened real time. I think it was Dave Portnoy who brought up a good point. The difference with cancel culture with Jimmy is we're not digging up old tweets.
Yeah.
Okay, this happened real time.
Yeah, I reposted that.
And people in real time got offended by this.
Correct.
Therefore, free market reacts. You say you're accountable to the free market. That's all that I see here.
Right.
But I will leave room for that. If it's FCC doing it, I will condemn that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because we become, that just makes us as bad as the people you criticize.
Yeah. Government shouldn't be holding your tongue.
No, but what I think why we should have this conversation is because it's happening here a lot now. Like, we cannot have a conversation anymore with one side just screaming at the other side. And I'm not even speaking on sides. It's
Right.
both.
Right.
So when we don't allow for that, the next, as they say, the saying goes, violence is the language of the unheard.
Right.
We can't speak.
Yeah.
We start tearing shit down.
Yeah.
Right. Or it ends in violence.
Right.
That's why we need to speak. That's why we need to encourage. That's why Legendaddy exists too. Now, we're not in a political space, thank God, but we are in a space of trying to show people that you can disagree respectfully.
Absolutely.
You can absolutely learn from each other.
Right.
But the second that you start silencing people, you start narrowing that scope there that people are allowed to speak. So the only people left are these benign voices.
Yeah.
And nothing gets done with that dialogue.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. Now, Jimmy can say, well, that's not right. Well, you signed the contract, and that's what they said in the beginning. They never sprung that on you.
Right.
So that's my line. I don't want it to come from the government. I don't think, but this also happened real time. I think it was Dave Portnoy who brought up a good point. The difference with cancel culture with Jimmy is we're not digging up old tweets.
Yeah.
Okay, this happened real time.
Yeah, I reposted that.
And people in real time got offended by this.
Correct.
Therefore, free market reacts. You say you're accountable to the free market. That's all that I see here.
Right.
But I will leave room for that. If it's FCC doing it, I will condemn that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because we become, that just makes us as bad as the people you criticize.
Yeah. Government shouldn't be holding your tongue.
No, but what I think why we should have this conversation is because it's happening here a lot now. Like, we cannot have a conversation anymore with one side just screaming at the other side. And I'm not even speaking on sides. It's
Right.
both.
Right.
So when we don't allow for that, the next, as they say, the saying goes, violence is the language of the unheard.
Right.
We can't speak.
Yeah.
We start tearing shit down.
Yeah.
Right. Or it ends in violence.
Right.
That's why we need to speak. That's why we need to encourage. That's why Legendaddy exists too. Now, we're not in a political space, thank God, but we are in a space of trying to show people that you can disagree respectfully.
Absolutely.
You can absolutely learn from each other.
Right.
But the second that you start silencing people, you start narrowing that scope there that people are allowed to speak. So the only people left are these benign voices.
Yeah.
And nothing gets done with that dialogue.
Yeah.
So please respect the right to free speech, especially when it's something you don't agree with.
Right.
Shout it down, as they say. Don't shoot it down.
Yeah,
Well said.
I was just listening to the All In. They were saying, they were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent points, guys. Now, speaking of violence, I hate to bring this up, but and I don't like dating podcasts especially, but today is September 20th, and we're on the cusp of potentially historic times tomorrow, September 21st. And yes, silence is the voice of the
No, violence is the language of the unheard.
That is correct. Yes, and as much as we are against violence,
We don't want violence.
we don't want violence, but
Let us be heard.
This moment needs to happen.
Let us be heard.
So let us be heard.
That's what this is tomorrow's about.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's 3 rallies, from my understanding. Yes.
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Simultaneous, different spots.
Yeah,
Yes.
different spots.
I just hope it doesn't rain. I mean, I know it won't stop a lot of people.
Yeah.
But we could get a lot more.
Yeah.
I want I want the government to see the collective anger of people visually.
Well, that was what made the original EDSA so significant in our culture, in our history. That's why people still flock to EDSA when they want change.
Yep.
Right? Was because we were able to
Depose.
make a revolution without bloodshed, with as minimal bloodshed as possible.
Well, it's still considered globally a bloodless revolution.
Right.
So
And that's rare.
Yeah.
That is as
take a look
rare
at,
as it
take a look at Nepal right now.
Yeah,
Take a look at
yeah.
Indonesia, France. Where else has fallen in the last
Right.
4 days?
Right.
Yes.
And so I really hope, that it becomes a turning point of sorts, because it can devolve so easily. One miscreant, one person, one bad actor,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One
with
stray-
a brick,
Yeah, one stray bullet.
One stray-
projectile.
Yeah, projectile. Yeah, exactly.
One stray
right?
projectile.
Yeah.
One,
It's a powder keg.
yeah,
Yes.
100%.
There you go.
100%.
Yeah. It's
Did
a
you-
party at Rafi's house.
I was-
It's a party at Rafi's house at 11:59 p.m. Shit's about to go down. But
I was thinking of Total Eclipse of the Heart. And I was like, we're living in a power keg and giving up sparks. I really... Yeah, sorry. The 80s in me came out. Oh, man. What? Across
all shows.
100 million views?
Yeah.
Wow.
100 million.
This is a 1 month across. Wow. Congratulations.
That's
Look,
amazing.
man.
That's amazing.
That's
I think
nuts.
Wow, with our 60,000 viewers on our show, and adding to all of them.
100
No, I think that's well deserved, because I think, and I'm going to get a little gushy here, but I think PGMN has come up at the right time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a little teary-eyed here, because it's really, I was with the founders from day one before they had any episodes out, right? And I was explaining to them, I immediately committed. I said, I'm in. I can't tell you exactly how much I'm in right now. I'll be very honest. I have to measure myself.
Yeah.
Because, it's, I got some practicality I have to weigh out.
For sure.
Set up some sponsors and stuff. But I believe in the platform of free speech.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing a wonderful job. But even after saying that, I think what's happened in the last month or a few weeks alone has shown how much the country needs a free, unencumbered voice on national media.
Right.
And that's what PGMN is offering. And they're giving it to everybody, by the way.
Yeah.
Not just MAGA people, not just conservatives. We lend our voice, our platform to any voice that makes sense.
Right.
You want to put together an argument. We're even accepting citizen journalism here.
Correct.
You have an essay. You have something you want to say. I don't care how woke it is. Just defend it.
Yeah.
Just be able to defend
Articulate it.
Articulate it. Defend it. And
Make your argument.
We will platform you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
But don't none of this cowering behind your fake names and all that. No, speak your truth.
Right.
Speak your truth. But now more than ever, what I see PGMN doing is giving a voice back to the people. and they're really doing an incredible job. People are all over coming up to me and then say, "What is with this PGMN thing?"
Yeah.
It's like this. What's this radical thing that allows you to say what you think?
What the hell?
What is this world coming to?
Intelligent discourse?
Yeah.
Wow, what's this? Yeah.
It's not a soundbite. Yeah, it's crazy. But no, thank you, PGMN, and you deserve all those 100 million views and more.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the half a billion views soon, and then a billion, and then let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
You cannot, please, just free speech. When dialogue collapses, isn't that's when it all? Yeah, we resort to violence.
Right.
Yes.
But let me rein this back. What's your take, Rovi, on the whole march and the protest?
What's about to happen?
Yeah, what's about to happen.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, as someone who participated in the EDSA DOS, I physically
I was
went
in the
out
first EDSA, by the way.
in
My-
86.
Yeah. My dad brought me.
Wow, that's
I was there. I was there.
I wore a
guys.
yellow shirt.
Good for you.
Yeah,
I was 6 years old, dude.
Yeah.
That's
That was
amazing.
crazy. Anyway,
That's
sorry,
amazing.
I didn't mean to
No.
derail.
I'm
You were in EDSA DOS?
Yes, so I mean, because I wasn't physically living here, but
Yeah.
I was well aware of it because my parents were watching TV, and it permeated throughout the house, and that was my first taste of the Philippines fighting back, and I've always known culturally because of all my Filipino art. History classes in the States, we are a warrior lineage, you know, and we're fighters, and so I got to experience that in EDSA DOS, and I felt it was my duty to just be out there and stand up for what I believed in, for a country that I knew I was going to be a part of, and live here and enjoy the fruits of this country. So I should be a part of it. So my take now on what's happening, yes, as a taxpayer, I need to be out there as someone who absolutely believes in justice and equality and fairness. And I just want to keep my streak going also of EDSA DOS. Now I'm going to be in, what is this called?
This is, I think it's like a Rocky movie already, or a Fast and Furious. Now I think we're up to 28 or something.
Yeah.
Officially, I think we're 3. Officially 3.
Yes,
but we've had so many.
Right. But this is the one. You know, I
No,
think
this
has to
this
be
I feel is the one.
that-
I was there, EDSA 1. I wasn't like actually, my mom wouldn't let me in the crowd itself, but we lived right there in Valle Verde.
Ah, really?
Yeah, so we were in Valle Verde at the time.
my
So we walked out and stuff, but we weren't allowed to go to the shrine.
Yeah.
But we saw the activity and stuff like that, the tanks, and we were cheering on from the TV.
Yeah.
And then EDSA DOS, I was there as well because I was working for a radio station, so we were able we were covering it as well, and I had my thing, and it was fun. I felt very
college.
I really felt part of that. That felt great. To be part of that movement. Yeah, so I want to complete the trifecta.
Well, don't you feel though that you were part of the first two, but I feel that this one is we're the most invested in because we have absolute skin in the game.
Yeah.
We are property owners now. We're taxpayers. We have children that are involved in this country. We really need to see the future head in the right direction. So I am more passionate now than the EDSA DOS because I just have skin in the game.
And you know why I think you might be, if it's like me, I feel very passionate about this because I don't think this is left, right, red, blue. Yellow,
bipartisan.
pink.
Yes.
I would
There's
love
no
to
color.
see
There's
the
no color.
Pinks marching side by side with whoever,
Yes.
DDS, because this time let's please unite for crying out loud.
Yes. Thank you.
If we can't do that, but it's a fight against corruption.
Yes.
And corruption exists on both sides.
Yeah.
So let's
Both
fight
sides.
it. Yeah.
100%.
And
brother.
All sides.
Nailed it.
When
All
you
sides.
see the human cost of corruption, I mean, we've all seen it.
Yes.
This has gotta stop. you know?
Yeah. But is it going to take a little bit more than protests now, gentlemen? I mean,
I don't know.
what do you think?
I hope not, but it might. And I only say this through the lens of history, is unfortunately, and these are not my rules, it's not even my opinion, it's just what I've seen through history, is it has to cost something.
Right.
Freedom ain't free, right?
Yeah.
They say. And it usually has to cost blood.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I really pray that we can do a repeat of EDSA 1, bloodless, or EDSA 2, bloodless.
Yes.
But that's not how history hasn't been on our side for that.
yeah.
In the Philippines, it has.
Yeah.
But to do a third one, I just hope we can nail it.
If it's not blood, then maybe jail time. Jail time of the
They have to go to
offenders.
jail.
They have to go to jail.
I'm talking about
They have to go to
We
jail.
clean house.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, from the top all the way down. Yeah.
And something radical, even more radical about the system has to change. I mean, because you remove the people and you put the same old
Yes.
Come
their
on.
sister,
Yes.
their sister, their wives.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
To get even to the heart of it, it's really a changing of the mindset,
Right.
of all of us as Filipinos. You know, we have to. The mindset is we cannot stand for corruption just within ourselves.
Right.
Like, okay, I can easily run this yellow light, and there's a cop there, and I look like James Deacon. I could pull a James Deacon card, but I'm gonna stop at this stoplight,
Right,
and,
right, right.
and I know this jeepney's gonna cross that red light
Yeah.
when he wants to, but I'm gonna stay here and be
Yeah.
a good citizen. You know,
Yeah.
that's where it starts from us personally.
Right.
You know, I could make sing it somewhere. I can cheat on something. That's where it starts as citizens, and then from
Correct.
there, it should grow. You know.
Speaking of mindset, I don't want to put you on the spot, Rob. So
Yes.
I really wanted to talk to you about this
Uh-huh.
for a long.
You're making me nervous. Just get
I
to the point, for God's sake.
Actually,
No. Because when all of this, because when all of this corruption talk started,
yes.
you were posting like "eat the rich,"
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
you were posting like "eat the rich,"
I still do.
and you still do.
I still do.
right?
Yes.
And if I can push back
Yes. Yeah.
a little,
Yeah.
right? Because I know what you're trying to say,
Mm.
and it's really eat the corrupt.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have a real problem
Mm.
with demonizing the rich.
That's a good point.
Okay.
I understand. Yeah.
I have a real problem
Sure.
with people saying it's evil to be rich or to get rich or just that idea makes me fucking banana. Like
Yeah.
the hell?
Yeah.
No, I want to be rich,
Yes.
right? And I wanna
get
that being rich does not equate evil. That's not the equation, guys.
I hear you.
Right?
I
It's
hear
not,
you.
It drives me insane because I know what you're trying to say, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, Ro, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that's the right message, right? So, because I want to be rich. Like I want to have freedom,
method.
the financial freedom to afford whatever I can afford for my family. But I know in my heart of hearts, like I can do it.
In a bad way.
I can do it.
There are shortcuts.
Yeah, there are shortcuts, 100%. I'm not taking them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to do it correctly. I want
Yeah.
to do it, with a clean conscience and all of that. And I think just because someone's rich doesn't make them, that's such a Filipino trope. It's like Filipino telenovela trope.
Yeah.
Basta mayaman,
Yes.
sila yung salbahe. Tapos
Yes.
yung, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes.
Ricardo Dalisay, whatever. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow up.
It's target fixation, I guess, or or maybe misplaced anger.
Right.
Because the anger is real, 100%. And I
100%.
like you, I also get where you're coming from. That's a very old saying as well. Eat the rich, and
Yeah.
it's when we demonize success, though. We also have to have aspiration, right? So
Yeah.
let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. There are many
Correct.
people that we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have entrepreneurs, forward thinkers, people who capitalists. Let's
Yes.
face it.
Yeah.
They're the ones that sort of keep the economy
Yeah.
moving, and we all aspire. But yes, it's a journey to get there
Yes.
that we should be very highly critical of.
Yes.
But if you got there on legitimate means, I think you should be applauded.
You should be
It
celebrated.
should be celebrated because it is aspirational. What else drives you to? I mean, I've got things that I still want to get and all that. I'll work hard to get them. If I don't have those reward loop set up,
There's no incentive.
no, I won't feel the need to. I need to have that. I was just talking to this car dealer. Timely that you brought it up because it was just this morning
Right.
where I just came and was test driving this beautiful car there in Quezon City, doing a video on it. And these guys sell high end luxury cars, and they've been doing it for 40 years.
Whoa.
And now they're getting put into the bucket of the DPWH and all that
Oh,
because
no.
because some corrupt people bought cars of them. Where does that line stop?
Yeah.
Right?
Where does that end?
They were like, wait,
Yeah.
the cars that we
just
sold,
sold cars.
is there anything wrong with the papers?
Yeah.
Are they all tax paid? Do
Yeah.
they have arrival papers? Do they have everything?
Yeah.
So bakit dinadamay kami? It's like, because, it's misplaced anger.
Correct.
And this is like a family business of 40 years.
Yeah.
With how many people dependent on it.
Right.
They're just selling cars the right way.
Right.
Are they supposed to check the source of funds of every single person? No. And if we do that, where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
Every restaurant this guy a couple ate in, every person they hired, every tip that they gave to the
Correct.
bellboy. I mean, no,
Yeah.
you gotta be reasonable.
Right.
But that's what I think your point is. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to
100%.
speak.
100%.
Do they still use that saying here, the baby with the bathwater thing? Because I've said it and I've
with
got
the tabo
something.
na lang.
Huh?
With the tabo na lang.
With the
Throw
ta-
baby out with the tabo.
Because
That's, we
sometimes
gotta-
I say these things and
But
people are
was
like,
it fair? Was that fair though, Rove?
I would love to.
Was that fair?
No, I totally hear your point, and I would love to defend my
Yeah.
reasoning.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
So I completely see what your point was
Right.
and is. I'm still posting Eat the Rich,
Right.
hashtag Eat the Rich with a Philippine flag icon next to it. I don't know if you noticed that part.
Okay.
So there's a Philippine flag icon next to hashtag Eat the Rich that I post. And I'm doing this under the complete guise of living and feeling and seeing the Philippines and the rich in the Philippines.
Right.
We're already rich, by the way, just letting you know that. Do you
Okay.
have a roof over your head? Do you
Yes,
have food on the table?
Yes,
you know
sir.
where it's going to come from?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a vehicle that
Yeah.
you can drive to? Do you have, does nothing hurt when you wake up in the morning? Do you
Sometimes.
sometimes. Okay, well, a lot better than most.
Yeah, yeah.
We're rich.
You're now in the
We're
top
already
what
rich.
percent now?
Well, no, that's just from a physical standpoint
Yes.
because at our
no,
age
but even
now,
then,
we-
what percentage of the population is that? Very small.
Exactly.
A lot
Exactly.
smaller than we think.
Exactly. And now from a financial standpoint, if you have 2 million pesos, guess what? I believe you have 2 million pesos. I know you have 2 million pesos. So we are the top 1% of this country
Right.
by having 2 million pesos. So that's the financial part of it as well.
Right,
so
right.
we are already rich.
Right.
So when I say eat the rich with the hashtag flag next, with the emoji flag next to it, I'm talking about the rich that I see here in the Philippines that flaunt and that got their way and through devious means.
Okay.
And then it'll always be a post about corruption. With
Right.
the eat the rich there. So that's what I'm specifically talking
Okay.
about.
Okay.
Filipinos here that I see.
Yeah.
That got it through
Bogus
Dubious
contracts.
means.
dubious.
Dubious means,
That's what I'm
Yeah.
referring to. We're already rich.
Right.
And I'm not talking about us.
Right.
We're lucky, we're blessed. So I don't know if that's a good
No, but let's say, would you? How do you feel about a self-made person that's really really rich? How does that make you feel, knowing that it's 100% business?
Legit.
But they're not bragging, but they live in Forbes Park.
Yeah.
They have Polo Club memberships and they travel and all that. But they're not flaunting it, but that's their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you honestly feel about that?
Oh, fantastic. I love a great entrepreneurship.
That answers
story.
your question. So it's
Yeah.
not.
There you go.
It's just a
And there
phrasing
you go.
thing. It's
Then
not.
There you go. I'm reading it wrong then.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm
and then
reading it-
I guess
No,
I'm
no.
putting it out wrong.
No. I see where the
Yeah.
miscom happens because it might be a little bit too blanket and you're not sure if it's sending the wrong message that all rich people are bad.
Yeah.
No, I think your behavior is bad whether you're rich or poor. I know some
Right. Yeah.
some people that are not rich that are real pricks. you know?
Yes,
And dishonest and as well, but they just don't happen to be rich. That's not the cutoff for me. It's your behavior.
Yeah. Character.
Yeah, and your character, that makes. But to your point, I think that yes, I see where you're going, and I think they do need to be called out. But maybe I see Rafi's point. You can
How
fine-tune
then?
it.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
go.
How then could I express myself with what now that
Here.
you know I'm trying to
just say fuck the rich.
fuck the rich or
It's eat. We have a problem with.
they don't taste good. They're really plasticky, lots of silicone.
Kill, marry, fuck. I would circle back to that.
Hashtag eat the corrupt.
Yes.
Eat the corrupt.
Yeah, eat the corrupt.
Eat the corrupt.
corrupt.
Yeah, I that would be right to the. That's a bullseye. That's
Yeah,
right
yeah,
into
yeah.
the
Yes.
the problem. I don't think you're going to get any
No pushback
from
there.
that, except from the girl.
Shout out
yes.
to the alligators, though. Poor alligators are just getting a lot of bad press these days.
You know what I hate? You know what I hate? I hate. Right.
Crocodiles.
You know what I hate? I hate the politicians who are coming out and they're like, you know those the contractors. They're the small fish. They're the small fish. What the big fish is really they're trying to make it a political game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are actually the congressmen who are this and that. In my head, like the first thought in my head was like, yeah, but if you're a congressman, you can only have so many projects done in a year. But if you're a contractor, you can accept multiple projects from multiple congressmen every year.
What was that figure that this guy has got? Was it 200?
200 billion over 10 years.
That's 20 billion a year. That's more than
209, I think.
That's almost 2 billion a month, almost.
Yeah.
A month for 10 years straight.
Right? So don't give me this bullshit. Don't give me this it's don't politicize this, right? Because it's politicized enough. But don't let these people off the hook, because these people are just as bad. They're just as terrible.
What do you know of the march tomorrow? What exactly are they calling for? Is there anything specific we're calling for? Or is it just to show our collective anger?
Is it the trillion peso march?
The trillion peso march.
Yes.
I mean, is there a demand at the end of it?
The trillion peso march, from my understanding, is organized by the religious groups, the religious sector. So that's their initiative. There's a couple others. I guess it really depends on who's throwing it, organizing it.
Right.
There's one.
You got to be careful about those two.
Yeah. You can get so many false flags in there.
Yeah. So the one in Luneta, I believe, is being organized by the creative side of the Philippines. So bands, artists, hip hop groups. Yeah.
That sounds like the fun one.
That sounds like the fun one. Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds like the fun one.
Depending on who's organizing it, it's they all have their own agendas.
Right.
Yeah. So
what is the end game? Though?
Yeah. What are we?
The end game? Is it a tax break for everybody?
No, I think it's accountability.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure if that's officially but that's what I get from all the news. I'm just not sure if there's a specific thing that they mentioned for this march, but I would imagine it's accountability.
Right.
Because we cannot rest until there are people, everyone's put in jail, and then somehow the system's revamped completely. It's not enough to just put these people in jail. We better start looking at the blockchain thing that Bam Aquino is bringing up. We better start
right
taking
away.
that damn seriously.
Start that yesterday.
So yesterday, exactly. And anyone that argues against it, they better have a solid, damn good argument, not just
sure.
I cannot understand that. You can't do that, man. No, I'm sorry, but that is sunlight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Revisit political dynasties as well. I brought it up one time in an episode. I mean, just take a look at that again. And you brought up a rebuttal to it, saying if a political dynasty is working and positive, then yes, they should remain. But overall, the political dynasty system just needs a revamp as well. You know,
if your mom and if your lolo and your lola and your mom and your dad are all doctors, guess what? You're most likely going to be.
Okay. Yes.
Right?
Correct.
So
Rich.
A nepo baby.
You have great parking for a long time.
No. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there are families of lawyers.
Yes.
There are families of doctors.
Engineers.
There are families of engineers.
Correct.
So what makes politics so different, right? Yeah. I wrestle with that. I'm not saying there's a good or right answer there. I'm not.
Okay.
It's just, I think it was even Orion who brought that up, where, dynasties are not new. They're not novel. Like, you could come from an artist family and most likely you'll end up as an artist.
Okay lang yan. I mean, it's
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Diba?
Yeah.
I mean, because I guess with artists, it's fine, because it's still up to the public whether we accept that person or not. They just get an unfair advantage, maybe with contacts, to float them to the top of the thing. But if you don't like their music, you tune out. If you don't like a political dynasty, you can't tune out. You can't say, "Oh, look, I'm done with this flood thing." Now, no, it doesn't work that way. You're stuck with that. So I think that's why people feel strongly about the political dynasties. Because it's gotta.
For sure.
Yeah, they just control every aspect of it. And then before you know it, they're just the tentacles go so deep. And you can't remove them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching, did you see this Billionario thing? They interviewed Beth Lee, who's a automotive, one of our automotive executives. And she was saying about the BOC that she went to visit them. And she was telling them about we have to computerize. And they're like, Mom, that don't work. Did you hear this one?
No.
Because it's called the Asin effect or the Asin something.
Okay.
Basically, they literally, every time, because if they put computers there to computerize so that we can have transparency, they put salt on the keyboards, they put food on the wires so that it gets eaten and rusted and all that. And they're just like, I'm sorry. That's literally how they.
What?
This is Beth Lee saying on.
What?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. It's as blatant as that.
Wow.
That's where we are.
That's
why when we talk about blockchain, you can't put salt in the blockchain. we gotta put this on the blockchain already.
Yeah.
Because they're 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
Nobody understands blockchain yet.
Yeah.
So
correct.
there's just
I barely.
Yes. So
same.
if we're going to we're going to come in with new technology, but these criminals are far ahead. They're always. I won't even mention the government agency anymore, but I was actually hired as a consultant for a short while with a agency you probably can figure out anyway. And I remember.
Does it have a T in it?
I remember. It was a very short-lived consultancy. I was paid 1 peso a year. I never got paid, which is fine.
Wow.
But I signed the contract for 1 peso a year. Yeah, you owe me. And I remember thinking to myself, because I attended mancoms and stuff like that, and I started talking to some people, and I remember thinking, if these guys, the ones that I see, applied their powers to good instead of evil, they would be the most efficient. Because the underworld is so efficient. Like talagang wala kaming laban. I'm like, all you do is just have to apply this to the legitimate side of the world, and we would be unstoppable.
Yes.
So it goes to show we have the capabilities.
Yes.
We just don't have the incentive structure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Maybe how do we incentivize?
We have to pay them well
Yeah.
first. But I understand this is easier said than done. I'm not trying to, but we have to attract professionals.
Right.
It cannot just always be for love of country, because that's what usually what and you're serving the government, the people. Yeah, but I go serve my kids. Charity begins at home.
Yeah.
Right. And all of a sudden I'm being paid. Media is the same thing. I mean, I worked in media for so long, and thankfully I worked for a magazine that actually paid very well, way above the industry standard.
Whoa.
Way above. Right. But they had a completely different business model to any. But traditionally, what was happening in media is like you couldn't make ends meet on the 2,000 peso per article pay.
Yeah.
Up to now, I think. I mean, my last articles, even in the top daily papers, are $2,000.
Whoa.
You can't feed a family on that. You can't write 100 articles a month, for that. And it's just so you're weak when somebody comes up and says, Boss, baka. You're weak. So that's where we have got to be. Now, I'm not saying it's a guarantee, because you can pay people well and they'll still steal.
Yeah.
But it is a guarantee that if you don't pay them well, they will steal.
Yeah.
So at least there's some.
Yeah. You take a little bit of that.
A little bit.
Out,
Now, it's not going to be easy. It's not a cure-all pill, but it starts there. We got to attract the right kind of people. We got to pay them as professionals.
Correct.
Last time we were on this podcast, I was talking about using either blockchain for voting, to vote on issues, just to take. I'm not saying that that's the complete solution, but what I'm trying to do is try to remove these friction points and sources of corruption.
Right.
That's all we need to do. We got to break down the system. Otherwise, we'll just keep falling back into it, just like the misaligned car that you keep changing the tires on. It's just going to keep on uneven wear, right? Fix the alignment and then put on the new tires.
Right.
Absolutely cooking, James.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You like that?
That's a great one. Yeah.
There you go.
Dude.
Oh, man.
Chef Deacon. My goodness. Another one is, I mean, if we can just put more money into the education sector, I mean, it really starts there. Yes, we have the advent of the internet. Our kids can also learn on there. But, I'm a traditionalist. I love teachers have changed my life and the way I see things. And if we can just put more money into the education sector, I don't know who this education secretary was before.
Sarah.
Yes. But thank you. But, that's the basics.
Is it more money though?
Support.
Is it more money or
more
is
support?
I think I know where both of you are going, because I understood Roby's point, but I know exactly what you're going to say.
I love
the U.S. threw a shitload of money, and it made it worse.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the
Department of Education.
They're trying to abolish it.
Since the inception of the Department of Education in the U.S. has fallen down,
because they tried to centralize something that should be completely localized.
Right.
Then they started creating problems to justify their budget.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the propaganda started to get filled in, and then it just became a mess.
Yeah.
That's why I really do believe money's not the issue, but I think
System.
I still get your it's support.
Support,
It's
maybe, yeah,
support.
rather than money,
And
it's
then
support, yeah.
you gotta kind of localize it as well. You cannot let federal always decide for every local. They can't relate. There's just no connection to the place.
Correct.
It's like you imagine somebody in the White House coming up with something about an intersection in Wyoming. Like I think the traffic light should be like 10 seconds less. They wouldn't care. They're just not there. But the local people, they'll care.
Yeah.
They're on top of that. That affects their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
So just extrapolate that, and that's where I think we need to reformat the educational system as well. And I think also a complete revamp, because that was also for the industrial age. We're no longer in that. We're in a digital age now. So we cannot be teaching them things from the past.
Correct.
That will not be apply in the future.
Yeah. It was taken from the Prussian model.
There we go.
They were trying to make factory workers.
Yes.
That's why there's
uniforms.
That's why there's a uniform.
That's why there's
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, the Prussian. That's
it's the Prussian model.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
Yeah.
they were preparing
workers.
children to become factory workers.
Because you think about the timing of
sense.
it, the Industrial Revolution came in. They needed workers.
Yeah.
They needed factory workers. And that was the perfect training ground. Like you said, everything from uniforms to time in, time out, do what we say, memorize this, follow orders, and you'll get good grades. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you both are Secretary of Education. How would you reformat that now? The whole process of learning kids from kinder all the way to college. What would you guys do?
You first, so I can think.
Okay.
Because you feel very strongly. Well,
Thanks a lot, James.
solve our world's problems.
And then while he's over, how would you solve Get that camera off me, God.
Okay. All right. So I'm starting to really think homeschooling is starting to become the better option. We've transcended, to your point, we've transcended that industrial age already. We're not making factory workers anymore. We're barely. We've mostly outsourced all of that already.
And you can learn to be a factory
And
worker
you
out
can-
after school, yes, if you wanted.
Correct. So what I think should happen, so somebody brought this up because I was doing a lot of research about this. Name me another time in your life other than school where you're just surrounded with everybody your age.
Yeah. I know this theory. It's an interesting one.
It's an interesting one, right?
Very interesting.
I look into places like the people who are really doing it correctly are Acton Academy and Apogee.
Locally?
And no. These are in the U.S.
Okay.
Right, and so they still have a campus, but the kids are all mixed in together, and they're given like it's a Socratic approach to education. So it's all question based. It's all you're solving for things. You're teaming up with people who can mentor you, who you can mentor them. They're an 8-year-old is with a 16-year-old and is with a 9-year-old and is with a 5-year-old, and they're all helping each other come together to finish a project, right? And that, to me, that kind of makes more sense.
That's real life.
It's real
That's
life.
more a depiction
Correct.
of real life.
Right?
Yeah.
This room alone, like
Look at the age gaps
look at the age gaps in this room,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
and the hair gaps.
and the hairlines,
Wealth gap. Oh my God.
right? So I've been giving this a lot of thought, right? And I think more and more, I think that's really where where I'd like to see us go. I don't know how to do it. Obviously, I'm very ignorant. But I think that's kind of where I think we should be headed. Short of that, I think we should improve the opportunities to be able to empower those who cannot afford
Have access.
correct, to learn online, learn have different modalities other than sit in the classroom for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, that's
A
crazy.
teacher who's uninterested and just drone about and just sit, behave, and shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Very good.
So to me, I think that's where we're supposed to go. Lastly, I do not agree taking God out of the schools. I think it's still
Even for
important.
public schools.
I don't care.
Yeah,
fascinating.
Because personally, I really wanted to put my children into. If I couldn't do the homeschool thing, the next choice would have been Christian or Catholic school. Why? Because I know, at least to some degree, I wouldn't have to deal with like woke nonsense. Because these schools would have a very strong moral scaffolding. Because if they're Bible based, then they don't get to pick and choose which are the virtues that are most important to them. We want inclusivity. We want diversity. We want, all of these talking points that get so corrupted so fast and so bastardized so fast. Kids end up confused. They end up lost. They end up, and they don't have a good rudder. They don't have a good North Star.
Excellent.
Great takes, man.
Yeah,
Very unprepared.
That's why you went first.
10% hungover.
You put the legend in daddy.
No, good take.
No, but thank
Not
you,
a whole
thank
lot
you.
more to add to that
Yeah.
because it's good. The only thing I might push back a little bit on, and it's not from a personal point of view, but I could see some people, although I totally get your point about bringing God back into school, that's, I think, why some people make the argument, that's why we have Catholic schools and Christian schools, because that's a parent's choice.
Right.
You believe in that, put them there. Because if a Muslim kid goes to a Catholic school, they might feel very alienated.
Yeah.
Or somebody doesn't, maybe from an atheist background, might feel like, wait, why do I have to be subjected to this? This
Yeah.
is a public school
I get it.
and it's government, which means they shouldn't impose this on me.
I understand.
That's all. But I do see where your point is
Right.
about the scaffolding, the moral scaffolding and all that. But then again, that would be subjective depending on which religion, because other religions would say, I like my moral scaffolding.
Sure.
So
That's a great point.
yeah, I'm not sure. I also don't have the answers because I'm not an educator. I didn't finish high school, so I'm the last person that should be lecturing people on what school should look like. But I do know that it shouldn't look like what it looks like now. That's all.
Okay.
So I don't have the answer, but it's definitely not this.
Right.
Yeah.
This is outdated at best. If I was going to give it the most charitable explanation, it's outdated.
Yep.
And it's not preparing our kids for anything that's going to be in the real world in 5 years' time. So it's time to revisit it. People who are on higher pay grade than me might be able to come up with better curriculum that will be more, I guess, applicable to our lives moving forward.
Sure.
And I do like the thing about homeschooling because every homeschool kid that I've met, and I can only talk about my personal experience, has been charming
Yes.
or confident.
Yes.
It's a level of confidence.
Capable.
Capable.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what these to attribute these to, but every single kid that I meet is the same.
Yeah.
Right. And then I remember someone saying to somebody else who has put their kid in homeschool, but what about the social aspect? They won't grow up like everyone else.
Right.
Exactly.
Love it.
That's a feature, not a bug.
Love it. It's a feature.
Yeah. So because
Correct.
we don't want grow up as an individual.
Yeah.
Correct.
Find your place in the world. Find
Correct.
where you can create value. That's never going to change.
Yeah.
Because while everything's changing, you're still going to have to find a place where you can create value. But now you're competing with invisible technology, AI.
Right.
Yeah.
So but AI is not going to impact everything. I can think of many jobs that AI won't be able to impact.
For sure.
Dentists,
Trade schools.
yeah,
Yeah. Plumber.
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We are cooking.
Still waiting for the day I get to use the Pythagorean theorem. Fuck that.
The only pie I've been consuming in my life is apple pies, not 3.14678, But I'd like to also add a couple wonderful guys, your contributions, especially. I'm just a big fan because my mom was a teacher and
Whoa.
education just is really important for us. And my dad was always like, you
What
just have
did
to
she
finish
teach?
college. She taught English in the
what
Luban High School.
Okay,
Luban
Logan
High School,
and
and college as well.
up to fourth year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. Some of her students, she would tell me, were actually almost her age. That's how young she was.
Oh,
when
that's
she started.
crazy.
What I would miss about if we change the educational system, I would not want to see teachers replaced because I think that's outside of the curriculum that we discuss.
Yes.
The human impact of having a teacher that cares.
Yes.
That that is powerful.
Correct.
Yes.
But things have changed so much, right?
Right.
Like, I'll ask you guys each, when you were growing up, did either of you knew your teacher's political views?
No.
Did you?
It didn't matter.
I didn't care.
Didn't know. Never even crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But now everybody seems to know what their political views of their teachers are and their
I think it's
schools.
irrelevant.
And
Yeah.
their sexuality.
And their sexuality. So this is the flip side of that. But the human side of a teacher guiding a child.
Yeah.
It's not just about the information. AI will be able to do that a lot more effectively. But
Right.
AI can't hold your hand, can't kind of just like give you that concern, that empathy, that
Correct.
that
Correct.
guidance, you
Correct.
know,
Yes.
the human touch.
Yes.
And it's a
yes.
noble profession.
It's a very noble profession.
Yes.
I remember, so I'll share a story. So during the pandemic, right? During the pandemic, schools were locked down, and I had to, I enrolled my eldest into an online, like, toddler school, right? Dude, that's where I found out that teachers are the most underpaid, underappreciated,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God, we were fighting. We were fighting
Yeah.
on the daily. And she only had to go to class for 2 hours. And it was like a fight
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
It was so hard. It was just me and her at the time.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I have so much respect. After that, I have so much respect for teachers.
Yeah.
Like, just because of that little experience,
Yeah.
of having to do that every day,
Yes.
for like 10 months. It's, you know, and that's so small. It's it's a minutia of what teachers have to go through every single day.
Yes.
Doing it for 40 people, you know what I mean? 30, 40 people. It's nuts, man.
Yeah.
And for them to get paid so low, and to get you know, they don't get the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this in the U.S., what you're talking about? Because here it's bad enough, but in the U.S., although they're paid a little more, it's the abuse they get now.
Yes.
Because here we're not really, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since my kid's been in school, but we're not getting like that pushback that kids
No.
say, "You."
No.
But in the States, that's a real thing. Not everywhere, obviously, but
Yeah.
wow.
It's an occupational hazard. Dying in the classroom as a teacher is an occupational hazard they have to worry about
so
because
nuts.
of school shootings, because of the kids nowadays. They know they have the backing of their parents, whether they're wrong or right.
Yes.
My dad's and mom are going to stick up for me. So it's just so skewed. But going
And
back
then
to our
worse,
country-
my mom and dad would stick up for me. But then when the government started getting too involved in education, if you don't like what mom and dad said, the government will stick up for me.
Yeah.
And then that's where the kids felt so empowered.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know, we went through a phase where they were just like demonizing your parents if your parents weren't following.
Yeah.
And then because they give you that power, these young kids are telling their parents where to go.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
But I that's where I think your point about God comes in, is because when you remove that, when you start taking all that framework out, they have nothing to believe in anymore.
Right.
yeah.
And you need that as a child.
I mean, when you take God away, when you take God out, you replace it with
something else.
Something else at your peril.
Yeah.
Right. So you
Well,
better
you-
be careful. You better be careful about it.
Yeah, no, and I absolutely want to add something to the God suggestion and go God adjacent. But I also would love more in the States. We did every morning the Pledge of Allegiance.
we did
I
Panata
would
Makabayan.
love
Yes,
to-
correct.
Because
Oy,
if
Filipino.
you may
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
choose a side, a
Right.
political side, but you damn
Yeah.
well, if you're going to school in the
Better be a
Philippines,
patriot.
you better be a patriot.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
better learn, put some Philippine history
we
in
used
there.
to sing the national
correct
anthem.
history.
Yeah.
Right?
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's still done here.
I don't know.
Beck-
To this
Becca,
day.
yeah, well, Becca
So-
still has. So we wake up extra early for her flag ceremony.
Mondays.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal. Every day. I would choose every day.
Well, I don't know
personally.
if they do it every day. If they
Every
if-
Monday.
If but there's one day a week. There's the flag ceremony where the whole batch gets together and they salute
Gotta-
the flag.
That's
Gotta
important.
raise
That's
patriots.
So important.
Gotta raise patriots.
Because as you said about when you remove God, and it is not to promote, I mean, like, because God can be, different things to different people, different
Right.
religions, but when you remove that higher being,
Yes.
Yeah.
you will, as humans, we crave We crave that.
Yeah.
So whatever, when you remove it, it's going to be replaced with something else.
Yeah.
And if it's not God, what is it? It's usually money.
Yeah.
It's-
It's usually money. It can be ideology. That's how woke
Or our
become
ideology,
That's how
yeah.
woke became sort of a religion.
Yeah.
Because these are usually people who they denounced God and then they put something else above it and made it made it the most important thing to them.
Yeah.
And
All right, gents. I think we have solved the
depressing.
world's political problems. So let's go back to dad problems. Let's touch on some daddy. I got some
Let's
questions.
touch some daddies. Okay,
Yeah.
let's touch some daddies.
I got questions. Huh?
Touch some daddies.
Okay.
Which is harder, abs or abstinence?
oh, great question.
Abstinence from sex
Abstinence from
Abstinence.
or addiction.
from what?
Abstinence.
From sex?
Abstinence.
Get married, dude. The abstinence will work itself out.
Yeah, have kids. Abstinence.
Get
will-
married and have
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
The
yeah.
abstinence will work itself
You
out.
can't talk. We've seen Roxy. You can't talk.
I mean, I remember when, Rafi
Sorry.
used to buy condoms in 12 packs before. It was like, 2 a day. Now it's January, February, March.
All right.
April.
Expired na to. Grabe.
The dust.
What happened to the gel in this?
It's a hands down abstinence. Hands down abstinence. But,
No, but abs are tough too. Oh my God. Abs are tough.
I have 1 year.
Abs are tough. Yeah.
Okay. This one I found interesting.
Don't air that. That was a
Should
warm
you
up.
sacrifice your dreams for your family's stability?
Yes.
Every day.
But I dream of my family's stability. Paano yan? Go,
Okay.
Go. Let's
Should you sacrifice
your dreams for your family's
for your
stability.
Stability. Cards on the table. It's not exactly the most stable. I don't have the
Might
most
be an astronaut, right?
Yeah, I know. Right? I think when you have children, when you have a family that you're responsible for, that's where you realize your life is not your own anymore. Really not about you anymore, buddy. If I have to give up my dream of a superstructure athlete or, whatever it was, I'm fine with that. What I really want to see is my kids go for theirs. I have to give up my dreams so that they can pursue theirs.
That's the pay.
You, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no. To harp on what Rafi said, every day watching your kids achieve and work so hard to be who they eventually want to be,
Yeah.
and to see it, that's for me the payoff every day. Just watching that unfold and to be a part of it too. To help in any way we can, be it through support or financial, of course. Just like you said, just be there. You just got to be there
Show
for
up.
them.
Show
Show
up.
up. Yeah, that's the payoff for me. It's easy answer.
Excellent.
How about you?
Well, mine's slightly nuanced and layered because I did follow my dream. Now, I also, not trying to be corny, but there is a little truth to my dream is my family's stability.
Right.
But there's also, this is also a dream of mine.
Yeah.
But it was mine to achieve enough.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my dream was to get to my spot so that I could comfortably take care of my family.
Right.
So you just need to have a good partnership. You need to be able to talk to your partner about
Right.
that, your wife. And in my case, it was 2005, I think, or 6. My wife completely stopped working. And it was a choice. I mean, it was a decision we both made.
Right.
Because I said I would like to pursue this and I need somebody at home to
Right.
do this. I can't be me. I can't go out there and try to be this person
Correct.
that I'm trying to be if I'm always looking over my shoulder, if the kids are okay, So it's a bit of a hybrid and a little bit nuanced because you
No, I like that.
could say, well, he did follow his dream, and I did.
Yeah.
And credit to my ex-wife for that because she really did allow me to do that, which is
Right.
why when I think we told this story before, but which is why when we decided to part ways, it was very amicable and easy to
Correct.
look, you deserve half of this, more than half.
Yes.
of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I couldn't do this without
Correct.
That's amazing.
And I would encourage people that you can achieve both,
Right.
but you have to have a really good communication. You and agreement with your partner. And it also has to be rooted in the same thing, that dream is for the family stability.
Yes.
It might just look that this is the placeholder to get there,
Yeah.
or this is what I need to get there, and that's to become this person.
Right.
But yes, if it was just to do it for myself,
Yeah.
that's completely wrong.
I guess that's where that's the lens.
Well, that's how I set up the questions to set you up so I sound smarter.
That's the lens.
I already knew the context of the question.
But yeah. but I'll add on that lang. Like, sige, because like now, my dream is that this takes off. Where it
Yeah, but if it doesn't pay for 3 years,
Yeah.
how soon before you say, listen, I gotta give up on this dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my dream is that this takes off so I can take care of
There
my
you
family.
go. That's the
right.
same,
So you're living
exactly
your
the
dream.
same
It's
thing.
exactly the same thing.
But that if this wasn't working out at some point, just like if my career wasn't working out, I'd have to pull the plug. Because if I was just like going out there just getting test drives,
Correct.
and at some point it did reach that.
Correct.
In 2014, I did hit that. So it was about 2005 where we made this decision, and then 2014 when I started that branch out on my own. And it was because also I realized I'd hit the ceiling where I was. So in order to get to the next level, I had to double down again.
Right.
But if that didn't pay off, then I'd have to sort of say, okay, well, it's back to the salt mines.
Correct.
I'd have to do something that maybe I didn't want to do.
Respect, dude. Ang laki sugal nun, ah.
Lucky, but thank God it worked out. But we were up and down. I mean, it was never clear.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was
like
never
a Bitcoin
linear.
chart, you know.
Nice. Got another question?
Oh, I got 5.
Oh, there you go. Make some juicy.
I got to compete with Jardine over there behind our
He's online.
these guys like yelling out, like heckling us. What producer heckles their own talents, you know? Only Jardine. So, okay, how do you...
Your erectile dysfunction. All right, don't put that on. Go.
You know that's what you know that
I
we'll put
know.
out. That's
He's
the
working
magic
away.
word.
He's working
And
that
that
way.
Put that on. Next
That's
thing.
the clip.
It's a short. All right, this one's very, very relevant to what we've been talking about, and again, quite a little nuanced.
How I can sustain that because I can barely make rent sometimes. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. It's not super easy, right? So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, the question was, how can you teach your children about finance
without scaring them
or spoiling them?
spoiling them,
Okay. Great examples for kids that are your age.
Yes.
For my daughter, who's 20 years old now,
Right.
who is very aware of working. She's very aware of making money. She needs to. She's at that age now where she's going out and spending. Number one, we never told her to get a job. We are 100% supporting her throughout her school, but she went out on her own volition. And number one, not only does she have 2 jobs, but she's also interning, and she's interning with in her career path. She's a marketing major, so she's doing internship work with events companies.
Nice.
And we absolutely love that, and we support that.
Yeah.
But I come in where, so what are you doing with this cash? What are you doing with this money? Are you buying clothes? Because she's a fashionista, and likely so. She wants to dress up. And I tell her, well, why don't you invest half of your money, and with the other half, then you can keep it.
Right.
And I showed her the power of compound interest. When it gets down to it, you actually have to live. I mean, the best way to teach lessons is by example.
Yes.
And
Very
she
good.
sees myself waking up whenever we want with my wife, enjoying slow mornings.
Right.
That's wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's real wealth.
Yeah.
Yes. She sees that there's food on the table. She sees that we'll occasionally go on a vacation here and there. She sees that we're not stressed at home regarding financial matters. And I also will play every day. I'm listening to a financial podcast. It's always on. Market Mondays, On Your Leisure, Yahoo Finance. It's always on. So she hears that. I'm also online talking when I'm on the phone with my dad. We're talking about the stock market. We're talking about vacations.
So we're brainwashing.
We're in a way,
brainwashing,
in a way, we're brainwashing her to let her know that this is what interests me.
Yes,
this is
yes,
the passion.
yes.
This is what's fueling your
You just bring her along the journey.
Yeah,
It's transparency.
without scaring her.
Because it's
You know,
transparency.
not shoving.
You're not
numbers
sugarcoating
on
it
Yes,
either.
we're not
Very good.
sugarcoating it. Yeah.
Excellent.
So there's subtle ways of just letting her know how we got to this comfortable place. Is is through investing and through talking about the market and talking about the economy.
Right.
So that's how I'm doing it. I'm not scaring her.
Excellent,
I'm
man.
not forcing it down
That's
her throat.
really
She
good.
sees that it works.
That's
so
really good.
At 20 years old, if I knew about investing at 20 years old, you
Yeah.
know this, we would be. We would be very, very healthy, so to speak. So yeah, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing it.
That's awesome. And what I got a lot from that was it's showing them the way, not saying it, showing them.
Yeah.
It's really opening up that dialogue, right or wrong, because I think, sometimes we're careful as parents that when we speak, we have to be right. No, it never said that. It's just talk to your kids.
Right.
You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
But you're taking them along the journey. So that transparency as well is what really will teach them the value of money, because they're going step by step. They're seeing you make mistakes. They're seeing you have little wins, big wins. You're not like packaging it from another point of view, like, oh, you're unattainable because you're just like, basta when you get to my age. Because that's how it used to be. We never talked money in our family.
Yeah.
It was always taboo.
Oh,
We
God.
need to normalize
Never
that.
ask a
talking
man
about
how much he
money.
earns.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
we need
not directly, you shouldn't, but you can speak about, you should
your
speak about
career,
it.
your
Right.
career. Yeah.
The one I wanted to share, thank you for the little tip, by the way. We've worked with one, it's fast.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
With the AI search, I was like,
see?
damn, that was like, it brought up a lot of skeletons. No, not that. Exclude pictures. Exclude private gallery. Dude, just in the chat. Okay.
What you do? Where are you now?
Forgive me if I've said this on the show before. I'm not sure if I have, but there are always new listeners. So
Yeah.
just pretend you didn't hear it.
No, go.
I posted this. It's not mine, but I posted it and it really had an impact. And I have been doing this with my
Okay.
kids, right? Good for young kids, especially. Here's something for us parents to ponder. For years, my default answer to almost every request, you heard this, my kids made was a quick and easy no. No, not right now. No, we don't need that. No, because I said so.
Yeah.
It was simple, it was clear, and it kind of worked, at least on the surface.
Yeah.
Most days, this approach kept the chaos manageable.
Right.
But looking back, I realized I didn't really teach my kids anything meaningful, except maybe that asking usually ends in
In no.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Then one day, everything changed. We were at one of those huge stores when they sell everything imaginable. We'd just grabbed our groceries and both my son and I were exhausted. The checkout line was finally in sight, and when he spotted something that instantly became his entire universe, a robot, of course, and a dinosaur with wheels and flashing lights and everything a kid dreams of. Normally, this is an easy no for a parent, but something different came over me that day. Maybe because I was just too tired to start another argument. Instead, I looked him straight in the eyes and I said, "Convince me."
Yes.
He froze. It wasn't a yes.
Right.
It wasn't a no.
Right.
It was something new, an invitation to think and speak clearly.
Yeah.
And after a moment, he took a deep breath and replied thoughtfully, "What if I help cook dinner tonight?" I stood there holding a bag of rice, completely stunned, because for the first time, it wasn't begging or a meltdown. It was an honest, respectful offer from an 8-year-old kid.
Right.
And all because I just said 2 words, "Convince me." Right? Of course, I'm going to lose my spot right now. I realized then and there that most of the time our kids aren't trying to manipulate us. They simply want to be heard but don't know how. They whine or make wild promises because no one has ever taught them how to negotiate effectively.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean kids should run the house, right? Bedtime is still bedtime, homework is still homework and needs doing. Basic respect is always a must. These are non-negotiable. But giving my son that small window to negotiate taught me something huge. It taught me that if you replace a simple no with the phrase, "convince me," you give your child the chance to step up.
Yep.
Of course, they won't get it right. In the beginning, they'll offer silly deals like, "Okay, can I watch YouTube if I promise to be nice forever?" Or, "What if I clean my room tomorrow and get the toy today?" Or, "If I eat 1 broccoli, can I have 3 cookies?" They're all cute attempts, but not effective negotiations. Yet, here's the important part. Today, it's about a blinking robot dinosaur, but in a few years, it'll be, can I stay out past curfew? Can I borrow the car? Can I take a gap year before college? If your kids have only heard no because I said so, they won't know how to handle these bigger negotiations.
Right.
But if they practice this with you, even if it's in the toy aisle, they'll know how to approach problems calmly, how to approach problems and present their ideas clearly, and perhaps most importantly, how to handle not yet without losing their cool.
Wow.
So the next time your child asks for something, don't automatically say yes. Don't reflexively say no. Just smile and say, convince me. Try it once.
Phenomenal. So
Right?
glad you brought that.
Again, I don't want to take credit for it. That wasn't mine, but
Yeah.
I applied it to my own life.
Yeah.
I tried it with my kids who are a little bit older.
Yeah.
And it has changed a lot. It's changed a lot.
How so?
Well, Daniel was trying to go to Boracay for schoolies, right?
Okay.
And I just posted that. I was like, let me try this out. And I just said, yeah, convince me. And also, he thought it was a goner because his mom said, no. And then she said, go, no, but ask your dad, And then I said, convince me. And boy, did that kid dig deep.
Really?
I said, don't, not right now. I got some silly things. I'll wash the car. I said,
Sure.
I wash my own car. I love washing the car. It's like me giving up onions for Lent. I don't like onions, okay? There's no value in that, right? So come up with something.
Smell it better.
But for like 2 or 3 days, that mind was working. He wanted to go to Boracay so bad.
PowerPoint and everything.
The PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it's engaging those wheels, those
Right,
cogs
right,
in the
right,
mind. That's what I thought I saw with my own eyes. And I thought that's worth sharing.
I love that you said that because my daughter, Liza, God bless you, she is so good at this. She literally, when she went, it was a trip to La Union with her homegirls, and we wouldn't allow it, but she said, parents, are you busy Saturday at 1 p.m.? We said, we're home. Okay. Please be in the living room. I'll see you there. So, okay, sure. PowerPoint presentation on who is attending, their profile, their
Itinerary.
grades, their itinerary. This is what we're doing. This is where we're staying. This is, you can put an air tag on me. It was so. I'm a sucker for her. I will always say, I'm a
I can
dad.
see it from you. I see it from you, bro.
Yes. But
sure.
my wife, bad cop, good cop, right?
Sure.
Mama is like, you need the bad cop, good cop. We'll get into that later as well. But
We'll get into it now, actually.
Yeah. So,
Okay, let's go.
Anyway, God bless her. People with kids out there, PowerPoint presentation. Do your homework, sell the pitch.
I'll just finish because this is exactly what you said. This is my next question, and I think it's relevant. Is being the fun parent actually hurting your kids? I
don't
know
know
you're the fun
any-
parent.
Oh,
I
don't
know
know.
you're the fun
There's
parent.
no other
Are you
way
the
to
fun
live.
parent? Are you the...
I'm the
Yes.
I think we all are.
You super, right?
Super. But it's a valid question because
Yeah.
even before, I think to myself sometimes, am I doing more harm than good?
Is it hurting, I'm sorry, the relationship, or is it hurting, what's the question? Is it hurting you? Is it hurting him?
Is being the fun parent actually hurting your kids?
Actually hurting your kid.
so
Because
there
there's a
there should be two bad.
there's a saying about, or the people of this camp believe that your kids will have many friends. They'll only have one dad.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
Sure.
true.
That's true.
But I admit I'm the fun parent.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm the fun parent, but I've never really thought of it in a damaging way because I've always had the polarizing. If I was that, my ex wasn't the same. She would pull in the counter direction. So it felt safe. So I didn't really feel the need. But it's still a valid question. Perhaps people out there who are not in that situation, or maybe you're in a single parent relationship.
Correct.
Where's that line?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. I'm not saying there's a great answer here.
Yeah. Why we all just looking at each other?
It's that Spider-Man meme. Maybe we get the kids in here. Alex! Daniel, come here. Has being the fun parent ruined your life?
On that note, if your kids fail, are you gonna save them or starve them? That's
Fail them or starve. If they fail, are you going to save them or starve them? It depends on what.
Depends on what they failed on.
Yeah. If they fail,
they haven't figured out life yet.
Which is a good majority of.
because that's pretty deep. I was thinking like fail a math test because I was like, I can't
understand.
help you there. I'll probably do worse than you.
Okay, I can't speak on the details, but I believe in tough love. To your point, right?
Sorry.
To your point, whether they're your child or not, this is a rule that I've learned and I've applied to my life. Never help a person who doesn't want to be helped. Because they will just drag you down into their version of hell.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's true.
So whether that's your child or not, doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
So because we've tried,
You got to let him hit rock.
you gotta.
I think I know where you're coming
They
from.
gotta
gotta hit
they
rock
gotta get there.
Yeah.
Right. Even when you see them get there and they don't realize that they're there,
Yep.
you can't.
I hear you, brother.
You just gotta let them
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yep.
Because if you step in, they will ruin you. They will just it's and it,
We're talking
and the
an extreme case here,
and the
right?
blast
Yeah.
radius can be massive. So I don't want to get into
I know.
Yeah.
the
But
details of all of that.
Yeah,
right?
But for context, I mean, you're painting an extreme picture.
I'm painting an
not
extreme
necessarily that they're just not picking up at home. They're not really got a job.
Yeah, no,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's say,
No,
let's say a 30-year-old that's still not working with ever. But I know what case you're talking about, and that's
Yeah, because if it's drugs, if it's gambling,
Alcohol,
alcohol addiction, behavioral, whatever,
Yep.
yeah.
whatever it is, right? So one of the things I remember saying, at some point, you have oh God, how do I say this without
Yeah, I know you're.
saying it?
Yeah.
Right? But I remember having a conversation and telling this person, there you go. There, I found it.
There.
So I was having a conversation with this person, right? And she was at the time, I think, 24, 24 or 25, right? And, she was blaming her mom for like all her past trauma. And that's why she's in, that's why she is the way she is. And that's why she's like this and like that. And my response was like, you're 24. Like, my mom died at 22. Like, I had to run our family business. Like, you don't get to 24 and still blame it all on your past.
Yeah.
At some point,
You're not.
whatever your situation is, it has to be on you, right? So it has to be on you. You have to take. It's not going to be great. You're not going to start from a great place, but you have to take accountability naman for it can't be everybody else's fault, not yours. So so I believe in tough love. And that's not without trying to save them. We tried that too.
Well, when you go down that extreme route, and I know what you're bringing up is very sensitive, but yeah, if it's like, let's say, an addiction and stuff like that, there really is a clear answer to that, and it's you got to let them hit rock bottom on their own, because every time you help them, you just delay the inevitable, because they will not. They need to hit that rock bottom. I'm speaking in the context of addiction. They have to, because they will always look for the way, any possible lusot they're going for. So when they hit rock bottom, you didn't get involved. That's them on their own. There's nowhere else to look but in.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only time they will seek help. So anytime that you come in there, you're just delaying that. You're just postponing the inevitable.
Yes.
And prolonging the agony for everybody involved. But it's easier said than done, because it's the most difficult thing in the world to turn your back on a loved one, even when you know it's for their own good.
Right.
But I think the context, I don't know if you were wanting to go this extreme, Charlie. Were you talking mostly about, let's say, a little bit deadbeatish, and all that?
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of debt.
Yeah.
I think you just have to show them. There's a combination. In the beginning, you're going to want to, teach them rather than save them. But if they keep on not learning these rules, you're going to have to show them the consequences of them, even just if it's little at a time. So, okay, so you don't want to work. Well, we're all going on holiday.
Right.
See you later.
There you go. Watch the house.
Watch the house.
Water
Make
the
sure you feed the
plants.
dog.
Yep.
Water the plants. And after a while, that will be like, wait, what?
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Very
somebody's
good.
got to watch the house. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the closest I can get to
Fantastic.
compromise.
Yeah, no, that's great.
How about you?
Well, I can't add anything in regards to the addiction part and that hitting rock bottom because I've never, thankfully, had to experience that part. But I
hope
just
you never
wanna
do.
add-
It's,
yeah, and I know the context you're coming from, Rafi. So I really feel for you, buddy. But I just want to add, in the broader scheme of things, I think children just need to fail as much as possible.
Yes.
That's it. Just
Failure is part of life.
failure is part of life. Yeah, it's okay to fail at any extremes. Where it be physical, mental, emotional. It's okay to fail. Relationships. Somebody broke up with you. That's fine.
Yeah.
You lost some money on a bad investment. That's okay. It just
Speaking of
learn
which,
from those
I've got
lessons.
this little project I wanted to pitch to you.
Okay, Daddy. But yeah, failure is okay and it's accepted. And
Doing
the
this
more
for
you
your-
fail, the better you'll be as a person.
And
Because you are those are the things when you learn the most, right?
right.
Yes.
I've been up, been down, been up and down. Like I said, it looked like a Bitcoin chart. And when I take stock of my life, I realize that you learn very little about yourself when times are good.
Yeah.
Very
When you're
little.
winning,
In fact, you probably learn a lot of distorted things about yourself because,
Correct.
and they're not accurate. But when you fail, my God, you look inwards. So,
Yeah.
yes, I think the most charitable thing in the beginning, controlled demolition. Like let them. But
Controlled
demolition.
That's great.
After a while,
I love that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
at some point, the safety net's got to come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Just 3 Land Cruisers this week, okay?
Hey!
Controlled demolition.
And look, I put in the chat GPT and there's a graph.
At 10% interest, you owe me.
The blue is what you owe me. The yellow is what you owe me in yellow.
In yellow.
Tough love. No, excellent points, guys.
But okay, there's there's also a thing about like we've touched on this in the other about, let's say, not starving your kids because there's a lot of parents that say, well, when I was growing up, my parents didn't do this, and this. That's true. My parents, because they didn't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's different to say like, well, my mom didn't have it and that's why she didn't give it.
Yeah.
Versus they see you, sipping on a Long Island iced tea going, no, not for you. That's a little bit, you
Right.
got to adjust also to, you can't just always do what your parents did.
Correct.
There's some great fundamentals you can learn, but
Correct.
you got to also apply it to your station in life.
Correct.
Because otherwise your kids just look at you like a cheapskate.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No. Well said. You got another one?
I got it.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
my other I had 2 more, and one of them was,
I like
when
this.
should you step back and let your kids fail? Thanks, Jardine, for taking the wind out of my sails here. All right, I got usurped. Does working from home make you a better or worse father? That's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly not.
Okay, I'm leaving this podcast now.
Okay, maybe.
Working now and I'm in my pajamas.
Well, obviously it doesn't make you a worse father, but I think there's something there that it's not definitely that's too harsh. It doesn't make you a bad, good, better parent, worse parent, etc. But there are different set of rules, aren't there? Because I went through the work at home thing before it became a COVID thing, right?
Same here.
You went there, and it was difficult to get the respect. And this has nothing to do with being a bad person, nothing to do whether you deserve it or not, right? It's just you have to condition your family that this is work.
Yeah.
Which means if you have a home office and you have kids, don't work in your home office in pajamas because the optics will betray
Right.
the actual,
Right.
Very good.
right? So you there's something you have to do. It's like, if you're going to say, don't bother daddy when daddy's working, whatever, and daddy comes there and he's got butas there and he's pambahay na, no? And he's just saying, oh, they're going to be like, what the heck, right? Yeah. And then he gets that Velcro thing that he puts on every Zoom, and that makes it look like he's wearing a suit. That's hard to convince your kids that you're really working.
Yeah.
So it takes work to also show them, look, I'm professional. But working from home is a normal thing.
Right.
So this is it. Some people put like a light outside the door, the green light,
Oh,
red
that's
light.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
then when the green light's on, that means you can come in. The red light's on, don't come in.
Right.
Like an on-air, off-air thing.
Yeah.
And then, it's a little game sometimes so the kids are young. When the
Yeah.
light goes green, they go running in.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But
Oh, that's
definitely
nice.
doesn't make you a bad or good father if you work from home. But those are the parameters, I would say.
I remember saying this before. Just because I work from home does not mean it's flexi time. all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they'll load everything, all the chores.
Yes,
Can
yes.
you go to the grocery? Can you go to the wait?
Yes,
I have 15
yes.
things that I need to get done to put.
Yeah.
You know, but you know that doesn't mean I just because I work from home doesn't mean it's flexi
Yeah.
time. It's that's not how that works.
That is correct.
That's
Yeah.
not how that works. And
Yeah.
also for me, I still treat it like a normal job.
You have to.
I have to shower early in the morning. I at least put on a collar
Yeah.
or get dressed
Yeah.
for work, and I'll do my Zoom meetings in
Gone are the days and the allure of dressing up, suit and tie, taking the subway downtown,
Right.
hour lunches, corporate life.
Yeah.
That isn't the dream anymore with a lot of the new generation.
No.
And we know, especially since the pandemic, working from home is actually the goal.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are now wanting
Yeah.
the 4-day work week, you
Right.
know, instead of the usual
Correct.
5 days, 2 days off. But working at home is the goal.
Right.
You make more money at home now if you're doing it correctly. Different income streams are coming in as
Right.
opposed to just one if you
Right.
worked downtown or
Right.
Yes,
whatever.
correct.
And just on top of that, the equity of peace. You know, you don't have to deal with traffic. The equity
Yeah.
of not having what tie should I wear?
Sure.
You power lunch that you have to pay for. With,
Sure.
You are gaining valuable. Just you're not as stressed.
That's a nice way of
The
putting
little
it.
thing though that
Should
I
be the
do
goal,
miss,
right.
yeah, the little thing though that I do cherish now about
Casual Fridays.
Yeah.
that's one. But because I joined the
Formal
signature
Friday.
series, I joined signature series of SM, right? And then I also joined private wealth of COL. When I was working from home exclusively, just doing insurance, in my team, I'm like the only dude. Like I'm the only guy. And then when I joined COL and now signature, there's like other people who are my age, and you know, I'm trying. It's weird because I never held a corporate job my entire life, and this is my first like time having like a corporate job. Like I'm enjoying like, oh, these guys are pretty cool. Like the guys from COL, I love hanging out with them. Like I love going to the office because we'll hang out, we'll talk shit, and then it's nice.
Water
'Cause-
cooler conversation.
Yeah. And I enjoy that too, right? And because it's a sales job, ako naman parang that's what I enjoy naman now. Parang I get to be part of that and have that and be like, oh, these people are pretty cool pala, and it's nice pala.
I like that too. I like that too. That's why I would think maybe a hybrid would be the best setup because
Hybrid for me.
I also like going. You want to get dressed, go out,
Yeah.
right?
Talaga.
And then meet people because all the creative ideas that come together. Like this podcast couldn't happen on Zoom. I don't. think.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I tried
We've
it.
tried it.
I tried it. Go watch the first 5 episodes. See that train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Energy.
hard. It's hard.
Energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
energy. And then when you're doing ideas and you're trying to argue about ideas and stuff like or creative stuff, you really need that energy.
Heat up.
Yeah. Hybrid is an excellent suggestion.
Yeah.
Hybrid's
that
a
would
good,
be it.
good
Yeah.
middle ground.
We're social creatures.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And we learn more by brainstorming together as opposed
Correct.
to Zoom, for instance. So,
Correct.
Yeah, hybrid.
But if I'm just doing like admin work, work from home is fantastic.
Well, technically, right now I'm in this podcast working from home.
Thank you for your home.
It just feels weird. Yeah, when it ends, it's like it just feels weird.
Like still in my house.
It's like okay, so now I just sit and watch TV in the same room and yeah, but no, I love it. I love you guys. And thank you again for another killer episode.
Yeah.
It really feels great. I look forward to these things so much.
Yes.
This got a little serious at first. It was not-
Oh yeah, well,
And then,
yeah, it did
nice.
because it's a serious time right now.
Yeah.
Trillion peso march.
Yeah.
That's serious stuff. Our country's on the brink,
Yeah.
and I'm a little nervous about what's happening around the world: Nepal, France, Indonesia, now Philippines. Riots everywhere. We're hitting a fever pitch,
Right.
breaking point, and I just pray that we are, we're guided. We're a Catholic country. We're loved by God. I know that. And I hope that, we get guided in the right way because we need to make our voices heard. We can't be passive about this.
Correct.
but we can't also be too aggressive about it either.
Correct.
We have our chance now. I just hope it's now, I think, in the government's hands because the people just want to be heard
Yes.
and they want accountability.
Yep.
Yes.
We can handle the herd side. It's the government, please. You need to handle the accountability side. No
your
scapegoats,
job,
no, throw them all under the bus.
clean
Let's
house.
change the system. Let's clean house.
Clean house and change the system.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Oh, I love
Thank
you
you.
guys.
love you guys.
All for the Philippines, 100%.
Power Rangers!
No sex questions.
Oh, next week naman.
You already
Next
have 100 million views.
I know, right?
Let's talk about something.
I just told you to get married, dude. Erase all the sex questions.
Yes, please. Oh my God.
I'm just gonna get water because I was parched. Kanina, I was trying to figure out how I could get water while we were out.
Oh shit. Yeah. You survived. No, but thank you for